For the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. There isn't any emergency traffic, or it'll already be on here. Call 911 if you do have an emergency. Save a lot of time. But you can talk to us if you want to, or you can't call 911. Net may be broken at any time for that. You can, for information on YouTube or on our site, you can go to YouTube and, well, not the screen, but you're looking at the analog meter of signal strength for the stations that call in here, and you can also listen to the stations you might not be able to hear on your own radio. So I'll just give you a clue that maybe you need to get your radio, the antenna a little higher. You can also go to our website for information on Simplex 146.415.net. Also go to groups.io and put in MJSS in their search bar. That's Mount Juliet Simplex Society, MJSS. And you can sign up for the email reminder system for the nets, not just ours, but some others in the community. And also you can trade information, technical information, information in selling and buying radios, that kind of stuff. So it's 99% ham radio related. Every once in a while, one sneaks in it isn't. We normally meet at 8 p.m. or you can email me at k4pew@arrl.net. You can also, well, the net normally starts at 8 p.m. at every Wednesday and Saturday night. We conduct the net on 146.415 FM. I would think you know that, since otherwise you'd be off frequency. Purpose of the net is to have fun, to help others figure out how well they do and how well they don't do. Most people figure it out for themselves if they can't hear stations, or they can't hear me, or they're not being heard by me or others. This is just a good opportunity because I'm in the middle of this this circle of net, and that's a nice word, circle of net. And so I can hear everybody relatively equally well from equidistant in all locations, but others who are on one end or the other of the circle may have other difficulties, terrain issues or whatever. Anyway, announcements. We are doing the net tonight on 146.415, moving over to upper sideband on 10 meters, 28.415, and moving on to 223.415 FM. There's also, on Sunday nights, there's a 10-meter net on 28.415 on that for a couple of years. Let's see, but it's been doing a session this coming Saturday, do they not? Somebody can tell me.
58, Papa Lima Alpha.
Ah, very good. I knew somebody could help me.
Yep, this Saturday at 4:30 p.m., 110 Oak Street, Wilson County EMA Training Center. We'll be having the BU test session, and any and all are welcome to come. And just wanted to throw it out there, if you're a technician and looking to upgrade to general, if you've been studying for the current test pool, then go ahead and get that knocked out, because this will be the last opportunity for that question pool before July the 1st. July the 1st, the new question pool takes effect. Any other questions, just come back with me. W8PLA.
Very good. That was Philip, W8PLA, and he's just telling us that it's coming Saturday, 4:30 p.m., 110 Oak Street at the Wilson County EMA Training Center. There will be testing for all sessions, whether tech, general, or extra. And now is the time to do it, because they're changing the question pool. If you're already studied up, do it now, because the new question pool comes out. When does that come out? At the end of June?
The general, just the general question pool that changes takes effect July the 1st.
Oh, I was thinking it was all of them. Okay, just the general. Okay, cool. I don't know if it's cool or not. They're pulling the rug out from everybody, I guess.
I'll copy that. Well, just make sure if you're coming, make sure you've got a photo ID, $15 cash, and your FRN, and we'll get you taken care of. W8PLA, back to net control.
$15 cash, did you say?
What was that?
How much cash did you say?
Oh, $15 cash.
All right. Photo ID, $15 cash, and an FRN number. You can get that. What's the best way to get that? Just go through the FCC?
Yes, go to the FCC and look for the CORE system.
Yep, CORE, C-O-R-E, fcc.gov, and just do a search for C-O-R-E. It'll come up, and then find out. Well, it's not always the easiest thing to navigate, but you're looking for it. If you need help, just send a message into the system here, into the group here, or send it to me. I'm hearing somebody, but I'm not hearing what they're saying. Anybody copying that station?
That might be Rick trying to check in. Rick.
Well, tell him he's checked in, all right?
You checked in, Rick. You're welcome.
It's KN4TJF, I believe, and that's Rick, and he's in Ashland City. A pretty crappy signal today. Is he having some difficulties out there, Mike?
Yeah, we had plans to work on his antenna this weekend, but the helper wound up with COVID, so we had to put it off.
Oh, man, is COVID ever going to give up on us or what?
Never.
Man, I'm telling you. It's a plot to ruin ham radio.
I agree. Back to net control.
Very good. That was Rick Edward checked in, but I couldn't hear him very well. But by a relay by Jack and Donaldson, Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Who else is? Well, let's do this. We need to run on here. I don't have any other announcements unless somebody else has any other announcements. All righty. Tonight we're on net number 903, starting with the east. We're taking the check-ins from mobile and short on time first. So short on time and mobile, please come down. Hey, Wes, where are you? Are you at home tonight?
No, I'm mobile. I'm sitting still, but I am between Westmoreland and parts way up here in the country on the Sumner Trails of Line. I barely do.
Oh yeah, no, I got a good copy. I just got a little bit of hash in there, but good copy. Yeah, that's Wes, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. He's mobile. He's got a really nice 2 meter on his car, and between Westmoreland and Hartsville, so he's coming in real good. Appreciate you checking.
All right, thanks.
Very good. Anyway, that was Wes, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India mobile, way up in northern hinterlands, almost up. I think it's the Trousdale Sumner County line, I believe. Anyway, who else is short on time or mobile? Hello, Brian. No, long time no hear.
Yeah, well, I'm here at the start stop. Well, that would be not parks on the air, but maybe knobs on the air.
Oh, wow. What you doing up there? I guess, boy, that's your height of the day, huh? Watching boats come in and out on the dock of the bay.
Yeah, well, sort of like that. I'm just trying to figure out if anybody goes out at this hour or not. I've got wife and daughter out of town. I guess I can get the boat out if I want to.
Well, I don't know. Is the fishing good this time of the day in the lake? I don't know. I've never been fishing, or I don't think I've ever seen anybody fishing, but I don't hang out on the big lake there.
I guess some people fish. I don't think I eat anything, that thing.
Well, same could be said for the Great Lakes,
No, that doesn't have as much of the fertilizer off the lawns as it is.
Oh, well, not to mention all the agricultural fertilizer.
Yeah, that plus all the mercury that comes out of the coal that falls into the lake where the power plant, they call it a steam plant.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, you sound good mobile there, though, Brian.
Yeah, I must be about 10 feet above sea level here, or lake level.
Yeah, you're bumping up right on S9 to me.
Well, it's a good place I should transmit from more often.
Yeah, you should move.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little spicy.
Okay, very good. Anything else for the net, Brian?
No, nothing here. The net controller.
Very good. That's Brian, Kilo Alpha 3 Charlie Tango Papa, and he's mobile up at Parks Knob. I don't know the location, but it's up on the lake, so he knows where it is. It's on the other side of the lake, I guess, in Henderson. Is it Henderson still where you are?
Yeah, Hendersonville. It's Stark, like Tony Stark.
Oh, Stark's Knob. Okay, I'm not familiar with that name. That's why I messed it up. Anyway, Stark's Knob, Hendersonville. Brian, KE3CTP. Anybody else mobile or short on time?
Kilo 4, Victor Alpha.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
No, we're hanging in there by yourself.
I'm doing great. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired.
You heard y'all talking about fishing. If I decide to go fishing, I go to Cap D. That's my fishing spot.
Yeah, you can't catch any shrimp in the lake, can you?
I can care less about those puppies and chicken pretty good.
I don't think I've ever had their chicken. Is it really good?
I like it. I'm just not too fond of the stuff during the summertime. It just don't kind of settle right. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I've eaten there many times, but I've always had the fish, or something, fish or shrimp or something. But I tend to prefer not to eat their fish or shrimp. It's not that big a deal to me.
Yeah, I normally go with the fish and chicken dinner and the hush puppies on the extra hush puppies.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, we've got one here just around the corner from my house.
Oh yeah, I got one up here on Main Street up there.
Oh, very good. Anything else for the net, Michael?
We'll say good evening to you and everybody else on there here, and we'll turn it back over to you.
Very good. That's Michael in Hendersonville, Kilo Ford Victor Victor Alpha. Who else is short on time or mobile? Okay, we're starting from the east. Please come down.
KI4SIP, KI4SOR. Good evening, Paul.
Hello, Richard. You doing any good?
I'm doing great. I'm on top of the world looking down on creation at this point in my mind. I would say why, but I don't want to give it away. But hope everybody's had a good day. And we probably needed that little bit of a rain, but it kind of got in the way. But anyway, y'all carry on. 7-3 to everybody can hear my voice, and I'll let you when I can. Thank you for what you do. KI4SIP out of the way. Thank you, sir.
You must have got the rain. I didn't, because not a drop fell here.
Had this sprinkler on us at the store for, I don't know, about 30 to 45 minutes.
Huh. Yeah, I saw that some heavy clouds over to the west rolling in, but I didn't pay attention where they were going, and they didn't come here.
Well, we had this was kind of weird. Ordinarily, around here anyway, the weather comes from the west, northwest, or southwest, and goes east, northeast, or southeast. Well, this system was coming from the east, headed back west. Now, it didn't amount to a great deal, but it did start east and come back west, because what we got here in Lebanon started in Carthage.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's always funny when it comes from the opposite direction. It kind of messes up your mind.
Well, it ain't supposed to happen that way, I don't think. But anyway, that's what we had to deal with. It's gone, so more power to them.
Yeah, what always seemed funny to me, although I know there's a good reason for it, is that, the Earth turns, all things considered. We could be upside down for all we know, but the Earth turns counterclockwise. It's turning, in other words, if you're looking at the Earth, it's turning to the right. So you'd think that the wind would go in the opposite direction, but no, it goes in the same direction as the Earth is turning. Well, it doesn't. I don't think that the surface winds have much to do with what's happening out there in the ionosphere or wherever it's, out in the outer space. So, it's just interesting, though, that, the other thing that always freaked me out, when I first realized that we're moving, on the surface of the Earth, at least at the equator, we're moving at about 25,000 miles an hour. Or 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, you think that would have some effect on something, but it doesn't, and that is kind of strange.
Well, explain some people being dizzier than others.
They live all their stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of really that whole, we just take it for granted, and it's it all just seems to happen by in a manner we don't understand.
Once again, the good Lord did know what he was doing when he created this place.
Oh man, did he ever? Some things I wish he wouldn't create it, but he did. Anyway, anything else for the net, Richard?
No, everything's good, and hope everybody else is too. You just take it to yourself, and we'll holler at you when we can. Thank you for what you do again, and talk to you later. KI4SIB, thank you.
Yeah, very good. That was Richard and Stephanie, KI4SIB and KI4SOR, just west of downtown Lebanon. Who else is wherever I was? East. Going to the north. I got all night. Anybody from the north?
WB0NOL. I thought I heard somebody else.
I did not. Did you hear somebody try to bust in there?
Well, I had a 12 break, but I didn't hear the voice.
Ah, is there another station out there? Nope, not hearing anything. Mark, how are you doing?
Good, well. You ever watch Josh Giddy? You ever watch him?
No. What is he?
Oh, he's got Expedition Unknown. Kind of an adventure science show.
Oh, it sounds interesting. Where is he now?
Well, I think he's in Sudan somewhere. Not sure. I didn't see it last week, and this is a continuation.
I would not want to be in Sudan under any circumstances.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Nothing else.
Yeah, I was going to mention something to you. Well, I'll probably think of it later, but nope. Just went by, went in one ear and out the same ear, I guess. Anyway, that's Mark. He's in Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I ordered another X700 antenna, and thinking, oh, that's great. I just ordered another one. I'm independently poor anyway, and but I called DX Engineering to confirm that. I said, look, Gigaparts didn't have them, and they're not taking orders. HR Engineering, because I tend to think they're the gold standard for. I'm sure there's others equally good. And I talked to the guy there. I get him, and he goes. I said, what's the scoop? He goes, well, supply chain issues, I guess. We're not exactly sure what's going on, but that's probably what it is. And I said, okay. And I said, but it's a popular antenna. How can they not supply those? And how hard is it to ship? He goes, well, right now we've got 40 on back order.
Oh, wow. So you're not the only smart guy in the ham radio.
Well, I don't know. It just cracks me up that the 40 is a lot. You figure that's $20,000 worth of antenna.
Yeah. Yeah, DX Engineering owns Summit Racing, which is a performance car parts place.
Oh, I think I did notice that before, but I didn't understand that whole deal. The other thing that occurred to me after I talked to him, because DX Engineering apparently does some manufacturing and design and manufacturing of their own. And I thought, why don't you guys just start making a competitive, X700?
Yeah, well, if it was easy, they wouldn't be $400, and everybody would be making them.
Yeah, I guess that's true. When I tear my older one down, I guess I'll try to, no, I won't either. I won't try to make a new one. I'm not a manufacturer, and I don't think I can make another radome like that.
Radome's probably okay. Probably a connection inside or something that's acting up.
Oh, no, I meant if I was going to manufacture them, mine would just have a piece of 1-inch PVC that's 24 feet tall.
Yeah, it'd be a wet noodle in the sky, too.
Oh, yeah, more so than the one they had. You're absolutely right. That one, man, it's very well constructed and engineered. Anyway, very good, Mark. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north?
Come in.
Hey, go ahead, Michael.
I don't know if it's true or not, Paul, but I heard that 39 of those 40 700s are coming to Nashville.
It wouldn't surprise me. They're in Middle Tennessee. Well, I wouldn't be surprised some of them are from Middle Tennessee. No, I'm sure not all of them are. I mean, I think we've developed. I don't know that anybody would admit to. I don't know how they keep track of it because the factory wouldn't know. And since you can order them from 4 or 5 or 6 different, retailers, so how would anybody keep track of where they're all going?
Well, that was just a joke. I just to boost you up.
Oh yeah, no, it's again, it's somebody who's really serious about, that price is a barrier to many people, not to me who owns 4 debit cards, and a credit card. But what I'm getting at is it's a great antenna. People every time somebody gets one over the last whatever it is 8 or 10 years, and they tell me, oh man, this opened up a whole new category of what they can hear. It's awesome. And, they said they can hit repeaters in Wisconsin.
Probably so. Have you taken yours apart?
No, that's it. I'm not that brave at the moment. I got a couple other things in the works here, and I'm kind of delaying all of it until I get the new antenna in and get it mounted and all that stuff. I just have a big mess here.
All right, good deal. Back to net.
Very good. Who else is wherever I was? I was east. It was north. That's where I was, north. Oh, I think I heard Kilo 4 Tango Papa. Was that who that was? Oh, you're coming in pretty good today. I mean, it's a little bit of noise in there, but I can copy you pretty good. All right, very good. I probably said that a little off. It's Lafayette. And it's Kilo 4 Tango Papa. And nice to hear from him. And he's wishing everybody a good night. And 73 to everybody. Who else is north? All right, west.
Kilo Golf 4 is Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
I hate those pregnant pauses, Jim.
I kept waiting for somebody to jump in there.
All right, you don't have to be the nice guy. Just jump in.
Well, you know, I'm not the only one trying to check in, so just trying to hold the door open.
Oh, I know. Anything good going on?
No, just appreciate you doing that, Paul.
Hey, did I tell you I found a handgun I really wanted. Oh, we're not going to tell you what it is on here. I'll tell you what. And anyway, I'll tell you over on 220. And oh man, even though it was used, it was an exceptional. It was listed as exceptional, free shipping over the Memorial Day weekend from Guns Like. And I put in the purchase all information, and and then I went. It says, and then you have to pick the licensed federal, firearms dealer, and it says where's your zip code. Hit that in there, and it gives you your, it's supposed to line up whichever dealer you want to choose. And it didn't show any. It says you don't have any dealers in your vicinity. I went, oh, don't be silly. There's bunches. And so I did it again. Didn't show it. Again, didn't show it. So I gave up. And then I just, that was Monday. So I said, well, since it's a holiday, I'll call them in the morning. Well, I called them. I went on in the morning. They removed it from my cart. Somebody else bought it, and it's gone. It's almost a one-of-a-kind weapon.
Oh no, man.
So I wrote them a note to customer service and made a nice complaint. I say, look, you guys messed me up out of a weapon just because you can't. I know very well there's licensed dealers in the area, and you're telling me there was none. That's not my fault.
There's got to be an FFL at that little shop up there in Mount Juliet.
Oh, it is right there at the Reloader's bench.
Well, it just wasn't on the list or something?
It didn't show any within 60 miles of me.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, they had a problem with it. I know I've done it before. That's why I know that their system it shows all of them in the area. You can take it out to 60 miles and see 40 of them, or not, I don't know if it's 40, but you got a bunch to choose from. This one, it showed none. There's something was wrong with their website. So it kind of ticked me off.
Well, sorry you missed your deal. That just means you'll have to go to a gun show now.
No, I found another one I like a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for doing the net, Paul.
Yeah, very good. That was Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India, Lima, Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot.
I think there was a double in there, but you won big time there, Michael. Everything going okay? Let's see. You have another day to work for your day off, don't you?
Well, I'm probably going to have to work Friday because I have to take Emily for an appointment tomorrow. So I'm going to work part of the day tomorrow and then part of the day Friday.
Oh boy, yeah, that's no big deal. I mean, you'll be off one of the days. Anyway.
Oh yeah, and for all those people out there that are inclined to pray, my family needs prayer right now. Of course, Lisa is in hospice care and probably in her final days. So any prayer sent up would be greatly appreciated.
Very good. I shall pass that along. I think everybody can probably hear you, but Michael is asking for anybody inclined to pray for his family. Lisa is, I'll say it was his wife. I believe it's an ex-wife, but they're still very close friends. And he kind of takes care of the kids with her, and she's in her final stages with a cancer-related issue, and she's in hospice. And it doesn't, the outlook is, I'll just say it's grim. And then Emily, who's got some physical and cognitive difficulties due to a serious accident last year. And so she's recovering. And so she's, and of course, looking for strength for the family and including the two children who are struggling with the issues with their mother. So you can imagine. So anyway, that was Michael, KM4YRF. Is there anyone else west?
Whiskey Papa Lima Alpha with another late announcement.
A late announcement. Okay, go ahead.
Kenny Perry, Alpha Foxtrot 4, Tango Foxtrot, was part of the Sumner County Club, went silent key on Sunday. And I'm reading here from the email from the Sumner County group that services will be held on Thursday at 2 o'clock. Visitation will be from 12 to 2 at Sumner Funeral and Cremation Lakeside, Hendersonville. In lieu of flowers and donations, they can be made to the Keith Dixon Foundation in memory of Bobby Kenny Perry. W8PLA, back to net control.
Yeah, where did you see that? Where was that obituary?
I did not see the obituary yet. I've got an email from the Sumner County group, but his name was Kenny Perry, AF4TF, Alpha Foxtrot 4, Tango Foxtrot.
Okay. Pass that along if you don't mind, or post it to the website. There, you can do that. I know you can if you will. Huh?
All right, copy that. W8PLA, back to that.
And his first name was what now?
But Kenny Perry.
Oh, okay, very good. Fine business. Yeah, another silent key, Alpha Foxtrot. Do you know how old he was? Alpha Foxtrot 4, Tango Foxtrot.
I do not know exactly how old he was. I think he might have been in his maybe mid-50s, early 60s.
Oh man, that's rough to die that young, man.
Comment.
Hey, go ahead.
He was 61 years old, I think he was. In Sumner Funeral and Cremation at Lakeside, Hendersonville, 104 Saunders Ferry Road.
Okay, very good. Yeah, he said he was 61 years old.
Yep, I think that's what he was. 61, about a year too old.
That's still too young, man.
Oh, I know it.
I would only I retired when I was 60, and so I would only lasted a year.
Yeah. Well, I'm just about up here, so I'm close.
I think I heard somebody else in there too. Who was that? Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
I didn't retire till I was 62. I wouldn't have made it.
That's right. No, it's rough to have people pass away that early, but there's no guarantees in life. You know, I had an uncle who died 9 years before I was born, and he was only 8 years old. And that was back in the days when there wasn't good antibiotics, and he died of an infection in the abdomen. Anyway, but again, there's lots of ugly stories where people die young, and it's a pity that because life is full of wonderful things, and it's a pity to have to miss out on.
I lost my brother when he was 48. I'll be back to that.
Oh yeah, 48 is, man, that's really young. Whew. Yep, I'm just glad. Well, I'm glad I've had the years that I have, and I'm glad everyone here has had the years that they have. We just don't want anybody to leave us early. I don't know what early is, because some people live to be 90, and they might consider that early. Anyway, you can look it up in the obituaries. I'm sure it's up in Hendersonville. I didn't catch the name of it's in Sumnerville. It's in Sumner County, and it's look up Kenny Perry, Kenny Perry. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be in the paper tomorrow, and I'm sure it'll be in that Sumner. It was cremation center, I believe. And was somebody give me a clarification on that?
It's the Sumner Funeral and Cremation, Lakeside, Hendersonville. I'll say it again. Sumner Funeral and Cremation, Lakeside, Hendersonville.
Yeah, very good. Sumner Funeral, Cremation, and Funeral and Cremation Center. It's Lakeside Center.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation, Lakeside, Hendersonville.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lakeside, Hendersonville. Very good. Yep. I didn't know the fella, but it's always sad to lose another hand, especially one who's still in their prime, man. 61 is, most people are still working hard at 61. Anyway, anybody else besides that that check-in for Phil?
KD4CV.
KD4CV. What's up, Greg? You surviving the day?
Yeah, not doing bad. Traffic really rough. See y'all in the next step. KD4CV.
Very good. That was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie, Victor, Echo. Who else is west?
KC4TN.
Hello, Charles. You sound good tonight.
Well, thank you. You
sound well yourself. Just a little bit of static, but hear you well.
Yeah, there's a little hash on your signal, but it's good. I don't really, that's why I don't really pay, I generally don't give people signal reports unless it's really, really good or really, really bad. But as long as I can hear people, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it didn't get into too much tonight, so I'll let you get on with the show and just go ahead and put you up a J pole about 100 foot high. You won't have any problems there. Over.
Yeah, J poles are cheap too.
Roger, Roger. Have a good one. 7-3, KC4.
Very good. That's Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec, and West Nashville. Who else is West? All right, to the south. Hello, Tony. You doing any good?
No, I just blew up Tommy.
What's that mean? Did you lose?
I lost. I crashed and burned.
Well, my wife did that yesterday. She didn't lose, but she said, "Oh man, I can't believe I got whatever her answer was." You know, and I said, well, that's really the oddity of the game is that your first word may be good, it may be bad, but in any case, it rules out other letters. It rules out those letters, and if you start down on the wrong road, man, you end up way out in the wrong road if you're not, you know, if there's multiple guesses with the same letters. You know?
Oh yeah, I know all the pitfalls that come, you know, but yeah, I guess you could say I went down the wrong road, although I didn't think I did.
Oh no, I get it. I get a kick out of it because there are occasions at one that had said the answer was Kneel, Kneel. I stared at my letters. I don't remember what they were at the moment, what I was working with, but I had ruled out, I don't remember, I think I got it in 5, but I don't know. But I sat there, I must have sat there for 20 minutes staring at that thing, trying to figure out what the word was.
Oh, well, you'll probably get it in 2 tonight.
Oh, maybe. We'll see. There's no guarantees in that particular silly game. Well, that it does. I feel like I've got a serious a serious hole in my brain. Some days I go, what the heck are they trying to get at here? What kind of word is that I can't remember? Because I'm a fairly I'm a fairly good I don't know what the term is, lexicon of words in my brain because I've done a lot of reading over the years. But sometimes it just escapes me. It really just drives. It's very. Let's put it this way. I get very frustrated. Oh, that's right. I don't blame you. I blame the New York Times. You know, the paper I also don't like, but I like their game. Yeah, very good. That's Tony, KF4, KF2. If anybody wants a nice challenge, it's free, and you have to go to New York Times, unfortunately. But they have the Wordle. You can just do a search for Wordle, and you don't even have to sign up to do it. The reason you'd sign up to do Wordle is because it will keep track of your record as you move along, how many you've done in a row, and what's your record of how well you do with that kind. It's a cute little game, though. It's a word game. Anyway, just thought that. You go to NewYorkTimes.com, I think it is. I hate to advertise New York Times because I can't stand their newspaper. They're from the same state I was born in, and they suck. As a newspaper, they're awful. The only thing I don't want to say anymore. Sounds silly. Who else is West or South? Very good, Larry. How you doing? Yeah, very good. That's Larry and Rockville. Kilo, Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is South? Hey man, see, you sound better today than you did on the last night. Night conditions changed dramatically.
Well, I haven't done anything different. I guess it was that rain washed that antenna off a little bit.
Or maybe it washed you off.
Well, I dumped up, got me soaked traffic on that there, so just in time they quit by the time I got out there.
You know, I had a jumping and rain. I had this long-standing rule. I don't remember why I had this rule. I think it was just because it looked silly, falling and looking like an idiot. And what did I do one time about 10 or 11 years ago? I had my arms full, running across the parking lot, which was a very small parking lot. And in order to get to the car faster, I stepped up on a railroad tie that was used as a barrier on some horticulture in front of our office, slipped and dove shoulder first right into the left front fender of my car and put a huge dent in my car and also put a huge dent in my shoulder. It was sore for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you wrote a lot of that stuff takes place. And I've been in many situations like this, in order to keep feeling my brain, fall about 40 yards and roll over and finally, get up and say, well, I didn't feel my brain.
Well, no, that's right. But again, well, especially as you grow older, it's not a good thing to be running through anything because your body will fail you.
That's for sure. Quick story. I had a buddy who suffered from diabetes, but they had lost both of his legs, and I was bringing him home from the hospital one time. He had suffered a heart attack after that, and the car run out of gas about a mile from his home, and I had to run across the field. It was raining, so I run across a couple of fields where to get a little gas, get in the car to get him on home, and like you said, I was running so fast, my head got out from my feet, and I plowed through the mud, just top to bottom, just muddy covered. But I finally got to the home. Funny you brought up that.
Oh, that's funny. I've done not just that, but just some similar stupid things. But anyway, no, you were trying to do the right thing, and it got you all covered with mud, and probably at least your ego was bruised.
Yeah. Anyway, first of all, I appreciate what you do. Thank you very much. Everybody on that KI4NDN.
Yeah, very good. That was David in Reedyville, KI4NDN. That's November, Delta, November. Who else is south or anywhere? We're running slim tonight. We don't have any lollygaggers, lurkers, or sandbaggers.
KB9RKK.
Were you waiting for that announcement there, were you, Frank?
Yes, I was.
Very good. You doing well?
Yeah, doing good. Wow, it's only 8:40, not even 8:38.
Oh, I know. That's all right. I'll deal with the extra time. No problem to me.
No, I was looking at the clock going, 8:20, I better get up there. And I'm like, I wonder where he started. So, I guess I'm a lollygagger now.
You get to take your pick. You can see, we're in this age of self-identification.
Yeah, well, identifies on time all the time.
Yeah, it does pay to be on time, doesn't it? At least if you can. I mean, sometimes if this isn't something that's critical. It's critically at work, though.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Don't get me started.
Well, you know what I'm saying is I learned ages ago, it's critical that you be early to appointments and that kind of stuff, whether it's a client or whether it's one of your coworkers.
Yeah, no, I know. Whatever. And it's not a party where you want to be fashionably late, right? You got people counting on you waiting.
No, clients do not appreciate it.
Nope. And neither do coworkers. I'm not getting the guy waiting.
No, it doesn't happen too often. Most people don't last very long if they don't have those skills to be on time for things.
Yeah, especially when travel is involved. Going out of town and stuff, or you're counting on somebody to be there at a certain place. Yeah, it gets critical.
Yeah, you remind me of stories, but I'm not going to tell them. There's so many that you just in travel and it's just a pain.
Yeah, no, my job. To the people who buy the equipment, it's critical, right? But it's not like, it's within minutes. It just has to be done within, the right day. But my neighbor was telling me, his daughter works for a company here in Nashville. I don't know the name of it, but they do special effects, and they did the big WWE thing in Saudi Arabia, and they got within 3 hours of the show, before they finally. It was really crazy. They were getting to the point where we're gonna have to tell them
the stuff's not going through customs.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's that whole international stuff is. Yeah, there's no guarantees.
So I was like, wow, because they do all the fireworks and some laser stuff. But yeah, so they had a hang up trying to get everything through different ports and everything to get there for the show. And it's like day of, they're about to tell this big company and this big production, like, we're not going to have this part of it, but they luckily at the last minute, they got everything done in time.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's always surprises and that kind of stuff. I can't believe we went to travel halfway around the world for that stuff.
Yeah, no, they said, I guess it was a team of 20 or something that did the whole thing. But yeah, it's like I was thinking about that going, they're putting on the show. It's like you can't postpone that. People spend all this money to go and there's a certain time and it's on television and it's got to get done. It's like it's not the same as, this building needs to be done by such and such time, needs to be turned over. If you're an hour here or there, it's not a big deal. But yeah, with something like that, you're on, when they say go, it's got to go.
Oh, I got it. Well, we try to start the net on time. That helps.
Well, yeah, you and everybody else who does a good job. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to you. KB9RKK.
Yeah, very good, Frank. That's Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo, and he's over in northwest Mount Juliet, kind of close to the Nashville-Davidson County line. Who else is any place, anywhere? Lurkers, lollygaggers, and sandbaggers.
I guess I'll take the alligator KG4CXC.
All right. Everything going okay there, Chris?
Yeah, I generally like the top survivalist too, but yeah, I'm doing good. How about you, Paul?
Oh, good. Well, then we got, I could throw in the militia.
Yeah, there's all types of things that one could be involved in.
Well, I swear that 90% of the radios, the DMR radios that you can scramble, are done by these little militias around the country.
That's possible.
Well, I mean, who else would need it? I mean, there's a lot of DMR radios being sold, handhelds, but that would be the ideal radio if you wanted to communicate secretly, like in these little militias. And I don't particularly know of any, but I know they're out there somewhere.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept, I'm sure.
Oh, I guess, but as Joe Biden said, how are you going to fight an F-16? Well, that's what he said. But what's funny is I don't think Joe Biden remembered that you can't use the federal armed forces against the citizenry.
So in what context did he say, how are you going to fight an F-16?
That's what he mentioned that in response to people having, I don't remember who said it to him or under what the thing was, but he was replying to the idea that a lot of people were buying weapons under the premise that it's a Second Amendment right in the event, for militia to fight, tyranny and or home protection. He said, well, you can't fight. He said something, I could find the quote, but essentially he said, you can't fight an how are you going to fight against an F-16? I'm thinking, well, other than that's against the Constitution,
That's actually a pretty ridiculous thing for the president to say.
Yeah, well, he was identifying as a non-president then.
Man, because I mean, that just kind of goes against, the right to bear arms. Anyways, we won't go there. But yeah.
Well, again, I would say that with some things, even I'll give Joe Biden credit. It's kind of a joke. I mean, okay, somebody, me and 10 other guys that work up, we get all legal firearms and they're all, semi-automatics and, the largest of which, I don't know what the largest caliber you can buy, tell you. But let's just say we get NATO type ammunition, and still, what are you up against anybody's military can kick your butt? I mean, they got big guns, well, guns with wheels.
It's basically an army of one at that point, right?
Well, it is, but I don't know. Maybe it sounds futile to say that you're fighting tyranny by owning, weapons of any kind, whether it's and they're all semi-automatic weapons. What I'm saying is, you could have 100 of them and thousands of rounds of ammunition, but is it possible you could fight off, a local National Guard? It's unlikely.
It's very unlikely. I totally agree with you. As
funny that you would bring that up because I'm like, yeah, you are an army of one in that scenario. So you just have to accept that. You know, that's all you got.
Yeah, so you'd be going, okay, listen, I see him out there. Honey, call the neighbors.
Yeah, we need to band together.
No, it almost seems absurd when you think about it. But the fact is, it happens to be a Second Amendment right, and I stand fully behind it, and I know you do too. So it's not a question of whether I'm going to be fighting the U.S. military, because that ain't going to happen.
No, I don't think that's not really what it's about. But yeah, that's like, you know, who wants those are tough times if you're ever seeing that type of scenario play out. So we're civilized people. We don't want to see things like that.
No, but when I've seen those videos of, like, from the Ukraine, when they have those shoulder-fired rockets that lob into them, and they go right into a tank, and they just blow the top right off the tank, and the whole thing's on fire, and you go, ooh, they make that look easy.
Yeah, that's a whole different level of, yeah, things have changed in the battlefield. It's wild. It really is. The technology is just taking over.
Well, I don't even know if they even use, I guess they do, because with those, they can take out any tank or armored personnel carrier. And so it kind of destroys the idea that you need armor-piercing rifles, maybe, projectiles in a weapon.
Yeah, I guess that's really only for something like a cover situation, I would say. You'd have someone in cover. You know, you might have to penetrate a barrier, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know crap about land warfare. I know enough about sea warfare to be super dangerous. All I know is you lob projectiles and missiles at each other.
Yeah, I played too many games. I enjoy the other recreations as well with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just get a kick in true stories that and that I've read about in the military history in the Navy. It is one, and I'll spare you the long story, but the short story is, here's this destroyer, hope against hope, that they had no choice but to go head on and go right for a Japanese, what they call a large cruiser, a heavy cruiser, and so they fired off their torpedoes, and as luck and the good Lord would have it, it blew the bow right off of the heavy cruiser and pretty much dismantled its ability to respond.
That's wild.
No, it really did happen, and you go, really? So anyway, it's fascinating, and I don't know, warfare is fascinating. It's not too much fun, but it's fascinating.
It is. There's something that draws me. I like to watch stuff, documentaries and things on Netflix. It's just part of our history,
Yeah, no, it's all the way, just because I had some experience in that, but nothing extraordinarily horrible, other than I had to work like crazy. But I remember reading an account at Iwo Jima, shitting, these guys are in a bunker and they're trying to, whatever they were doing, doesn't really matter. And an incoming mortar landed right on, like, the lead petty officer, and it landed, right on him. I mean, no, I don't know whether it landed on his feet or whether it hit him directly, and it said the guy who gave the account, he goes, he was there no longer. He was vaporized by that mortar.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. That's wild.
And then, it's not like you can stop and go, hey, man, that's really rough. What are we going to do? No, you just got to keep going. It would crack me up under those circumstances. Not crack me up, I mean, it's like, there's no, how do you deal with that? But I guess you're used to it if you're being fired on for the last 3 days. Anyway, anything else on that, Chris?
No, that's all I've got. 73.
Very good. And I take it, man, I forgot her name already. Go tell me. I forgot. I want to say Daly, but I know that's wrong.
No, it's Cody. She got off the crutches today.
Oh, cool. I was close. I had a Y on
Yeah, it was fun.
Cody. I got to make that. Cody. Yep. All right. Anyway, it's Chris, Kilo Go for Charlie X-Ray Echo. And he's in the rural here. Anybody else out there? Lurkers, lollygaggers, sandbaggers, end-time survivalists, SDR donglers, scanner listeners. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're going to throw in the militias. Hey, how you doing, Preston? KN4CCQ. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well, Bob. Just got in here a few minutes ago and caught the tail end of the net. Just want to say hello Appreciate what you do, sir.
Oh, very good. Good to hear from you. It's been a little while, and it's good to hear from you. We got a net coming up here next Tuesday with with your group.
Yes, sir. Next Tuesday at 7:30.
Yeah, Lord willing, I'll be there. Anything else for the net?
Oh, no, sir. Just want to say hello and hope everybody's doing well. I haven't checked in with you in a while, but see, I'm still on the roster. But have a good night, Paul. And 73 to the net. KN4 CCQ.
Yeah, very good. That's Preston. He's down in Possum Trot. That's it, because there's a Possum Town up in Wilson County, but there's a Possum Trot. Kilo November 4, Charlie, Quebec. And his name is Preston. Decent signal for where he is down there in Possum. Kilo. I know it's AZ. Is it Kilo? Is it just Kilo 4 Alpha Zulu? No, there's another letter.
Romeo. Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu.
Oh, that's right. Kilo Romeo. How could I forget? You doing okay?
Yes, doing good. Second time in a row now. I'm clicking on. So maybe I can get to thinking about it and get back here and get checked in.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's well. Again, it's we don't have any. We don't have any requirements. We don't have any net numbers to distribute. That wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah, well, with church small groups, kind of broke for the summer for a little bit, and so I'm gonna be home on Wednesday night unless Mama's got me doing something else, so maybe I can get in here a little bit.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's not the great that they broke for the summer, but I guess it's just hard to get the group together and when everybody's doing stuff during the summer. Huh?
Yeah, well, we got all the kind of the start of the winter and then we went into the spring, so need a little break then before we start into the next one in the fall of the year. So yeah, it gives you a little bit of a break, so that's okay too.
Oh yeah, no, it's all okay. Absolutely. How big a gathering do you get at the church?
No, this is a small group. Well, it's like, kind of like a Sunday school class, so to speak. Meets in folks' houses, and it's just kind of a small group of Bible study and fellowship stuff like that. It meets outside the regular times of the church, and it's a little more, laid back stuff like that. If we got service projects we do and things like that. We're a small church anyway, but I think we've got two different small groups going within the church, so it's good for like I said, just get together on Wednesday evenings and fellowshipping, and we have break the bread of the scripture, and then we break bread to eat. So it serves fills both purposes of it.
Well, small churches and small groups have their distinct advantages.
Yep. Big one does too. One of our pastors, a large church here in Murfree I used to go to, said, if you've only got because of work restrictions, firefighters, police, something like that, he said, if you've only got 45 minutes, he said, I appreciate you being here for fellowship. He said, on Sunday, he said, but you've only got an hour to give. He said, I'd prefer that you gave it in a small group, an offshoot of the day. He said, that's where you're going to find more community and fellowship and just being kind of open with each other and just having certain doing life with each other. He said, a lot of times folks come in on the last amen, they're out the door, and he said they don't find that community is just right there at the church. He said, but it's all a part of it. So that's a good way to look at it.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Anyway, anything else with that, Tim?
No. Let me let you go. I know this is late. Say the great Paul. Good evening to everyone. KR4AZ.
Yeah, very good. That's Tim. Kilo Romeo for Alpha Zulu. He's in Murfreesboro. Anybody else?
You forgot a group.
I don't think I did. West. I said west, south, east. I already went through. I started with east and went around and ended up with south.
You forgot dancers when you were talking about volleygaggers and all the other stuff.
Oh no, I see dancers, and then there's professional dancers. That's another category altogether.
Well, I'm not a professional, but anyway, how you doing, Paul? K04, okay.
Oh, I'm doing great. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, and you're sounding good too. Everything going okay?
Oh yeah, couldn't. Yeah, in fact, I'm in trouble now because my wife. She works tonight, but she's off from tonight, tomorrow morning, when she gets off at 2 a.m. until she took a whole week off. So from tomorrow morning, Thursday, all the way through, I think the following Saturday night, she's going to have to deal with me.
Or sounds to me like you might have honey to-do list coming up.
Oh, I don't know. It'll be good. It'll be good because it's just that particular schedule for her working from leaving at 5 o'clock and coming home at 2:15, 2:20 in the morning. It's hectic. It just makes for a bad schedule. And having her all the time at the same time I am will be great.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, my last dance comp, I took second place overall. I put 5 dances on the floor, which ended up being 10 altogether. And I have another one. I'm going to Indianapolis, Indiana at the end of June.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, the competition's stiff, I take it.
Yeah, and so the next one's the end of June, and then the next one will be the end of July, and that's in, where's that at? Louisiana. I'm going to New Orleans for that one.
Oh, that's awesome. When those prizes, are there any financial remunerations on the prizes?
For amateurs.
Oh, okay, it's all amateurs. I didn't know. I wasn't sure how they did that.
Yeah, the pros can definitely make some money, but it's just not the amateurs. And the pros, I mean, if they've got, 15 students, they might get a teacher award or something and gives them a little money and just different things like that.
I got you. Well, so it's funny. It's like nobody's making any money in ham radio, are we?
Yeah, well, I guarantee you those pro dancers are making money.
I don't know. Where do most of them work? In the entertainment business?
Most of the pro dancers are just that, pro dancers. That's all they do is teach dance.
Oh.
One girl that I've just started with here as a backup to Sawtoo, she's probably got 15 students. And she sees most of those at least twice a week.
Oh, wow. And it's all ballroom dancing you're talking about?
No, well, she does ballroom, but she does country too. So for me, no, it's all country. I know the last time that Sawtoo came to town, in 4 days, she had to do 60 classes.
Oh, wow. Hey, which reminds me, we were up in that little newer shopping center, that strip mall that's on North Mount Juliet Road on the west side. Is that the one you're talking about? That's in that little strip mall with the yogurt place?
Yeah, that's where I used to go. That's the one that sort of messed me up too. But no, I'm going over to the ballroom is over by the Harley Davidson shop off Vesper's Lane. There's a little place back in there that's got a studio back there, and that's where I go every morning. And I'm going there pretty much every morning just to practice and get a little time in.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, very good. I was just curious because that's the first time I realized there was a studio in there. We were in there in the evening, like after dinner, and there was still stuff going on.
Yeah, they've got that little restaurant right beside them that's got some really good little drinks. I forget what they're called. And I mean, just non-alcoholic. They're good. I forget what they call them. And but yeah, that's where it was.
Okay, very good. I wasn't sure. I just, like I said, I wanted to get that yogurt thing, and we saw that. And I said, no, I didn't realize that was in there. I knew of that other one. There was another one that was, I swear it had to do with dance. It was in that original brick building right next to the railroad tracks.
No, okay, well, I wouldn't have known about it, but that's cool. Well, Paul, I just wanted to try to get in here if I could and say howdy doody and see how everything was. And, yeah, I'm starting to finally track satellites. I'm listening to the ISS and all, and I haven't started making connections yet. I got to make sure I'm really quick when I do it because they get really quick. But yeah, the system's up and running, and I'm getting it all fine-tuned in and working really well for me.
Oh, that's great. Very good. That was Roy. He is in Madison, K04OKE, and He does a lot of amateur amateur dance competitions around the country. And apparently, I've never seen him do it, but I'm guessing he's doing pretty good if he's willing to spend the money to go to those competitions. But he also does. He's gotten real active in the in satellite stuff, and so the satellite tracking and communications, which is cool. I haven't seen his rig yet, but I know he spent a lot of money on what he's got. Well, anybody else, any place, anywhere? Please come out before we move on.
Comment.
Hey, go ahead, Mike.
Emily said to tell you not to forget the yellow-bellied sapsuckers.
Well, looking at the list, that's about a half.
Anyway, she was cracking up at the lollygaggers and sandbaggers.
Yeah, that's we've been doing that a long time, haven't we?
We have. I don't want to hold you back to next time.
I can't even tell you why I came up with that. It just seemed like a good idea.
You're bored.
Yeah, no, it just I'm not sure. I don't remember anybody else using those terms, but I guess I came up with that on my own. I must have. Who else would say those kind of things? All right, anybody else, please come down. All righty, we did 22 tonight. I thought we were going to get stuck at about 17, but we had a bunch of lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers up in there, and the ne'er-do-well. Anybody objecting needs to tell. Very good. That's where we're going. 28415, upper sideband. See you there, K4P. Then.
First reset.
All right, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with Mon Juliet Simplex Radio here on 10 meters, upper sideband. Looking for check-ins from the east. Please come down. Hold on one second. I got to make a slight adjustment. There we go. I had to make a slight change here in the thingy here. All right, K4PEW, looking for change from the east. Please come down. All right, I'm not hearing anybody from the east. Am I missing somebody?
I'm hearing nothing.
Okay, very good. Nobody from the east, up to the north.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, kilo.
Very good. I was just wondering if I was going deaf here. That's one problem with the 897 radio is that you have to, on FM, you want to be on squelch, and you have to manually turn it over to RF gain on the adjustment. Just an oddity of that particular radio. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to remember how to do it accurately and quickly, and I wasn't very, very good. Anyway, there was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, kilo. He is the northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is what? Let's see, we started with east. North, please come down. Anybody north, please come down. Somebody copying that station? I'm not even sure I'm copying it. Anybody west?
KM4YRF.
Very good. We got Michael in there. KM4YRF. Good signal. Anybody else west?
Paul, did you hear Greg?
No, I could hear a voice, but I couldn't even make out his voice. That was Greg. All right. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. And boy, that was really low for tonight. Who else is west?
KG4 ILV.
All right, very good. We got Jack in there. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. By the way, that was the previous one was Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Greg and Anthea. Who else is west? Is there another station in there? All right, south. Anybody south? South or anywhere? All right, we made it around the clock here. Anybody, any place, anywhere, please come down. Ah, very good. You were having trouble getting in, or would you just jump in there, Charles? Ah, okay, very good. I got. No, you're pretty. I can read you real well. A little low, but I can still read you real well. Very good. That was Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. That's Charles in West Nashville. Anybody else? Anybody hear anything?
It's quiet as a mouse.
Yeah, the mouse has got a lot of hash in it. All right, very good. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boy, that's not an all-time low, but it's a low number. But again, we never know how many people are going to show up. We're all good. Anybody else have any before we move on? Because we're going to move over to 223-415. Anybody else want to check in on 10 meters upper side band? Please come down. All righty, everybody went to bed, I guess. All right, I'll catch you guys on 223-415. I still be monitoring somewhat here, so but I'll be over on 223. I'm going to close down the YouTube thingy. K4PEW. Good night, everybody. No.